All right, welcome to Power. It's super cold in here today, so let's start in a nice closed-kneed child's pose, and we'll get all kind of bundled up and closed in. So I'm gonna bring my knees really close. Of course, if that doesn't work, don't do it. I'm gonna slide my arms down by my sides and tuck my chin. So it's like an all rolled up child's pose, just to start with some heat going into the body. Get yourself all hugged in. If you want to bring something in underneath your head or even in between the legs, that's totally cool. We won't stay here for a super long time, but long enough to get a little grounded. So I'll just invite you to stay exactly where you are in that kind of hugged up child's pose position. You might feel a little bit of constriction when you're breathing. It does take a couple of moments for the back body to open up with breath, so just let that happen. We've had a pretty wild winter day today, so maybe things are floating around a little bit more in the mind, or you're like, need a little bit of a refreshment in the cold. I did not. Whatever's coming up, we're just taking these couple of moments to own it, check in, be with it, and then let it go. We've got time on the mat here today to move lots, heat that body temperature, but also to let go of thoughts in the mind and anything that's been smuggling around in your brain for the whole day. So hopefully now the breath has been able to open up into the back body a little bit more. Start to put effort into breathing to the space between the shoulder blades, down into the back, through the back of the throat so you can really feel the belly press into the thighs, and the thighs press back into the belly. Feel the ribs as they open and expand when you breathe in. There's lots of movement in the back body when we're in this child's pose, taking Ujjayi breaths. While you're finding a couple more breaths like this, start to rock yourself from side to side. If you want to set an intention for practice today, I would suggest to just get balanced. Saying those simple words, I am balanced, or as I've been talking a lot about in my classes lately, of just bringing in the feeling and letting that be the intention. So can you invite the feeling of being balanced in? You're already balanced, feel balanced. Your breath is deep and even, but has that balanced, rhythmic quality. I'm going to slide the hands up. The palms are still facing upwards, but bring your wrists right in line with your knees. So the back of my hand is still on the mat. I'm going to spread my fingers out really wide and keep the rock from side to side. So we're getting a gentle wrist stretch in before we even come out of our grounding posture to start. Bring that breath down into the belly. Then release the hands, bring them out in front of you. Pull yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Knees underneath hips, and then right away walk your elbows forward and down to a puppy dog pose. So you're pressing the chest and head through the upper arms. And you can find those rocks from side to side while you're here too. Taking full deep breaths in and out of your nose. The belly now can fill up with breath, so almost forced inhalations. I don't like that word, but deep, deep, deep inhalation into the belly now. Couple more breaths, maybe rocking or being in stillness. You all know you can take what I say, do it all, power through, even add some, or you can drop it, leave it, and just do child's pose the whole time. So from puppy dog, we're going to come on to elbows and knees, and just interlace your hands and extend your pinky fingers out. We're going to extend the right leg up and back and start to arch the spine like a cow pose. Keep that right knee bent, point through the toes, take a breath in, look up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, tuck your nose towards your chest and bring that right knee to your right upper arm. Move slow. These are our cat-cows and just an extra little warm-up with that right hip because it's cold. Exhale, curl it all in. Inhale, setting that right foot up, knee stays bent. Come all the way in. Now leave that right foot all the way up towards the ceiling. We're going to straighten that leg out and then open your hip up. So my hip went from this position here and then all the way open. So we're kind of stretching that right side body open, and then once this leg is straight and the body is open, bend your knee and press that foot over to open the curtains. But not really. Deep full breath, gaze is still down at those thumbs. And let's bring that right knee down and do the same thing on the left. So we're going to inhale, lift this left knee, point the toes, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, bring that left knee to touch the left upper arm if you can get it there. Inhale as you lift that left leg up, look up. Exhale as you curl in, knee to touch that left upper arm. Follow your own breath. Trying to exaggerate. Things feel a little bit more stiff when we do it from this elbows to knees instead of hands and knees. Also heats you up a little faster. That's really why we're doing it. Just a couple more. Now I'm going to lift this left leg up high, then straighten my leg all the way out, bend your knee, and then open up your hip as much as you can. Once it's all the way open, you can straighten that leg out. Hold right there. Just going to let one more person in here. Hold, hold, hold. That leg is really open. Whole left side body is really, really open. Malcolm Melanie. Now we're going to bring that left knee down. Knees stay over top of, or underneath of those hips. We're going to curl the toes under and go up into a dolphin pose. You're going to start to pedal the heels out in your dolphin, really pressing the chest back towards the big toes. Full deep breaths. Now from dolphin, we'll do the same kind of thing. Lift the right leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Keep that knee bent, open as much as you can, then straighten the leg out. Oh, that's such a good stretch. 2 more breaths. Keep pressing your chest back towards your upper, or that, what foot is that? That's the left foot. Okay, bend that knee and bring that foot back down to the mat. Left leg bends. Lift it all the way up. Keep your knee bent, then open your hip, then straighten your leg out towards that right side of the room. Should be a little bit more intense. Press that right heel down. Chest goes all the way towards those right big toes. Bend that left knee. Bring that foot to the ground. Lower your knees. Curl your toes under. Sit your body weight back onto your heels. Let's just interlace the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulders. Lift the chest. Look up. Get a little bit more warmed up with the shoulders. If you can, the feet stay tucked under. If not, just untuck them. And bring your clasped knuckles over towards that right side. Plug the right shoulder backwards, and then lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Lift that all the way back to center. Take it to the left. Knuckles come over as far to the left as they can. Left elbow back, left ear to left shoulder. And release the knuckles back through center. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down in front of you and come into your forward fold. Plant the heels and fold forward. Grab for opposite elbows, little dangles from side to side. You can be about at the top of the mat or kind of wherever that landed you. Maybe bend the knees one at a time, pedal out. And release the hands down to the floor. Left hand out in front of you, bend your left knee and reach your right arm up. So this is where we're taking our first twist to warm the spine a little more. Maybe that right hand wraps around your back and you open the chest, look up towards the ceiling. Last breath this side. And let's switch. Right hand down, right knee bends, left arm up. Flat back, crown of head reaching forward, tailbone back. Maybe left hand around your back, reaching for that right thigh. Last breath. Fold yourself all the way down. Plant your hands, step your feet back into a full plank now. Tuck the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to shift the body weight forward and back. You can always put the knees on the floor. So we're getting that opposite wrist stretch in now. Fingers are spread super, super wide, like wider than you think you can. And root down to the index finger knuckle. You're going to keep moving forward and back. Option to lift your left foot up off your mat. Still flexing the toes towards your face. 3, 2, switch feet. If that left foot was lifted, now lift that right one, flex it towards the face. Belly button's tucked in towards spine. 3, 2, right foot down, pike your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. We're going to stay in your downward facing dog, flip that right palm up, back of the hand to the mat. A little bit of forward and then back action to get that stretch in your wrists. Then just switch hands, right hand down, left palm up. Should be getting nice and warm now. I am. Now I'm really rethinking this very baggy shirt that I have on. Okay, come back into your down dog. Take a look forward. You're gonna baby step the feet up just to get a little bit more length in the legs. If you can, you're walking your feet up to the top of the mat and keeping your legs straight as long as they can stay straight. If that's like a big no-no for you, then just bend your knees. Once you get there, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your spine up halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach your arms up, look up towards connected hands, so exhale, forward fold down towards the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands on the floor, hop or step back, let's lower through that first chaturanga, maybe knees on the floor. Inhale, peel up into your back bend. Oh yeah, exhale, down dog. Want to lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee. We're going to tap that foot elbow to knee, first of all. So we're going to start with this kind of just fun thing. And then the next one's going to really depend on if you've got space or not. So either you're just bringing that right knee up and then forward to meet the right elbow. If you've got space, you're going to bring this right foot up, straighten it, and bring it all the way up to tap over here, as far as you can from this right wrist. So it's up. And then it's coming forward to tap, and then it's up and tap. Knee to elbow is fine. Also just putting that left knee on the floor is fine. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Lift that leg all the way up, look forward, step the foot through to your hands. We're going to lower the left knee down and reach both arms up to come into a low lunge. Oh, this is not a yoga shirt. Okay, from our low lunge, we're going to take the right hand down. Can you reach for this left thigh? And then lift the left arm up and back. From there, you're either just holding, if that's where your practice is today, or you're going to curl those left toes under, hover this right knee a midge from the floor, and then pulse with it, hovering like an inch from the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that knee on the floor, left hand to your mat. We're going to send this right foot all the way out and back. Either just leave it straight or bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot, and push it up and up and into your back bend. Couple breaths. Okay, then we're going to take this right foot, squeeze it in towards the nose in our tabletop pose. Hold right there or hover the left knee up off the mat and make little circles with the left knee. So always give lots of options. You can put that left knee on the floor. You can straighten this right leg out. Keep circling that left knee if it's lifted for 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in Deep breath out. Okay, we're gonna have all that fun kind of on the other side, but backwards. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna come forward. Hover your right knee from the floor. Lift this left leg out and back. Little circles with this right knee, or the right knee can be on the floor, or this knee can be hugged in towards your nose. For 3, 2, 1. We're gonna put that right knee on the floor if it's still lifted. Open up into your baby half moon, or grab a hold of this left foot and kick it up and open. Hold in your back bend if you can for a few breaths. And as gently as we can, this left foot's gonna step forward. Low lunge, reach your arms all the way up. Left hand drops, right arm stays reaching all the way up and over. Grab a hold if you can of the right thigh. Curl the right toes under, hover an inch. This is maybe, maybe, maybe. We're gonna pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take your hands down to frame this left foot. Kick it all the way up and back to that 3-legged down dog, knee to elbow. Okay, so you're either going to continue doing this lovely, so lovely knee to elbow, or if you've got space, we're going to tap that toe all the way out and up. So straight leg forward, straight leg back. Full deep breaths. Okay, now we've got to be warm. 2 more. That's the last one. We're going to look forward and step this left foot all the way up. Right one comes to meet it. Forward fold. Take a moment to sway and let go. Grab for opposite elbows or interlace your hands. And maybe you want to do a big sigh out through the mouth, breathing in. Open the mouth, exhale. We're going to inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, cactus your hands, lift your chest, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. If you can, we're going to lift the heels up towards the ceiling and hold right there. So you're like a lovely little back bend with cactus hands, and your heels are lifted for 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart, sink down in towards your chair pose. I'm going to heel toe my feet together so my toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. And then twist towards that right side. Most importantly, look at the knees. They should be tracking in the same direction, right over kind of first, second toe. We're going to either hold right here in your chair, or, there's always an or, we're going to lift the heels and sink it down into a twisted toe squat. Okay, so if you're in your twisted toe squat and you know side crow, you're going to take your hands to the floor and you're going to bust out a side crow. If that's a terrible idea, you could just lift the heels as high as you want and lower them and kind of just work on some heel lifts and your balance from there. If you're in that side crow, you're slowly making your way back to this twisted toe squat. Okay, and we're powering up through the legs. Bring hands back to heart center. Keep your heels lifted. Lift all the way up. Bend those elbows, cactus, and lift your gaze up towards the ceiling for that really hard balance pose. Deep breaths. My ankles are definitely feeling this. Hopefully yours are too. Me, we're going to switch directions with my heels still lifted so I can demo from the opposite side. Hands to heart. Sink it down. Taking a twist over towards that left side. Maybe the heels need to lower for you to find it. Maybe you can keep them lifted. Maybe you just want to stay in twisted chair. Maybe we're sinking down into that twisted toe squat. Lifted chest. Gazing at that one thing on the floor to help with balance. If you busted out that side crow, you bust out that side crow. If you're at home busting out side crow, give yourself like a huge in the head round of applause because you're killing it. Oh, I can't do my heel lifts on this side, but if you can, lift and lower those heels. Ooh, burning ankles. Come back into that twisted toe squat if you're in your side crow. and release, forward fold. And walk the feet out about hip distance apart. Just kind of roll around on the feet. I always like to lift my heels up and kind of roll. Oh yeah. Get those strong ankles in there, ready for all of the soccer playing in the summer. Just kidding, I hate soccer. Grab a hold of your big toes. Inhale, lift up halfway. We're going to exhale, bend your elbows and fold yourself down in for a nice stretch. Take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. Release tension that came up. Feel balanced. Hopefully both ankles are equally as sore after that. And then releasing your hands down to the floor. Lift up halfway. Take your left hand to the center again. We're going to bend the left knee and reach the right arm up. So you're in that twist we started with. Option to wrap this right hand around and kind of wedge it in so you can grab a hold of this left thigh. So if you're really close, you could also kind of just grab your shirt on that side. And then we're going to move into half moon from here. So you've got a nice bend in the left knee. This right foot's going to go up and out behind you. Flex the right toes, open your chest. And turn around. So your chest is really open, these right toes are flexed. Maybe this right hand's wrapped around your back. It can also be up towards the ceiling. We're gonna do some really awesome half-moon crunches. That's totally optional. You can stay where you are, or you can take a big breath in. You can exhale and curl this knee in towards this right shoulder, and then lift it out behind you. If you can, we'll do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold in your half moon, don't give up. Maybe optional, you're gonna grab this ankle with your right hand and kick it up, open into your sugar cane. Now we're gonna release this right foot on the opposite side of the left and go into a cross-legged forward fold. So my feet are crossed. I don't know if you can see that. Pinky toe sides of the feet are touching. I'm gonna fold all the way down and in, let your head dangle a little bit. And you're either gonna stay here in your cross-legged forward fold, or you're gonna work towards the crow. Fingers out really, really wide. I like cross-legged crow, but if that's like a hella no for you, just uncross your feet and take your crow from there. It's really hard to crow when you've got long sleeves, so if you're holding that crow, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. You're gonna bring the feet down or open the feet up however they need to get there. So they're on either sides of the hands. Toes out, heels in, come down into your squat. Elbows into those knees, lift your chest up nice and high. We're gonna hold here to release. Release crow and get deep into the hips. Couple more breaths here. If you wanna keep working, you could do some heel lifts again, getting back into those ankles. Hold or move for 3, 2, heels to the floor. When you bring your hips up, turn your heels out and your toes in, and kind of just like give your hips a nice little wiggle. Okay, then we're heel toeing the feet so that they're hips distance apart again. Right knee bends to start, right hand on the floor, left arm up. Either keep this left hand lifted or wrap it around and see if you could grab this right thigh or the shirt or back of the hand on the sacrum. So you're already prepared with this right knee bent, left leg goes out behind. Finding your half moon on this side, and then turn around again. So you're either holding in that half moon or you're joining for crunches. Here we go. Knee comes in, a little bit of a curl, lift back out. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're holding in that half moon, or maybe you're gonna grab a hold of your foot, extend it up, kick it up and out, coming into that sugar cane, open chest, deep breaths. And then releasing that right foot, take it on the opposite side of the left, folding forward and down, cross-legged forward fold. Little rock of your hips, your head. If you're coming into crawl on this side, spread those fingers out wide. Lift your chest, look forward, create like a little back bend with your upper back. Lift those heels, holding for 5, 4, 3, or you're just in that fold 2. We're going to shoot the legs back or step them back, going through your vinyasa to meet in your downward dog. And take a deep breath in through your nose and a really nice let go breath through your mouth. And look forward, hop, step, or flop into a seated position. Take your feet out in front. So should we sit here? Okay, I'm gonna sit this way. So we're gonna bend this right knee. Hug it in really nice and tight. Grab a hold of it, squeeze up, and then lift your foot, give it a little roll. So we're gonna hold this right leg where it is, lean back a little bit, and then hover the left foot for a couple little pulses to work into your hip flexor. Also working into the core a little bit. This is like easy, and you wanna open the arms out to the side. We can open the arms out to the side. Okay, now bring this left foot to stillness. We're gonna take the right foot, cross it over top of the left leg, and then move it down. So both legs are straight, and then cross it over, bringing it back up. And do that from the side now. So you're going down. Further you get down, harder your boat poses. Keep your chest lifted, and then come back up. Arms can lift up, arms could be cactus, hands could be at heart center. Down and up a few more times, following your own breath. And then the next time it comes back up, cross it all the way over that left foot, lift all the way up, grab a hold of your right thigh, and twist towards that right side. Flex your left toes towards your face. Close your eyes down, take a couple deep breaths. Last breath. Roll around all the way back to center. Straighten out the legs again. Hug that left knee in. Grab it in, squeeze it up. Nice long spine to start. Then once you lift that foot, keep the long spine as you lean back. Right foot lifts, little pulses with that foot. Flex the toes towards the face. Maybe arms come out. Keep your lifted chest. Smooth breathing. We're going to bring that right foot to stillness. Start crossing over this right leg with your left leg until eventually it gets all the way to the end, and then both legs are straight, and then keep bending it slowly as you're crossing and coming all the way back up. Keep your breath smooth. Chest lifted, long spine. Whether you're skipping this or going full force at it, you're killing it. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're killing it. Let's do it one more time. Maybe arms lift a little bit higher. Oh yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Okay, when I get all the way back, I'm gonna plant this left foot, give my right knee, left knee a hug, and look over left shoulder. Flex the right toes, roll both shoulders back and down, go really crawl tall through the crown of the head. Breathing into the belly. Last breath. Unwind back around to the center. Set your feet on the floor so you can roll down to your back. Now open the arms up wide and just start to windshield wiper the knees a little bit from side to side. Loosen up through your spine, hips. Maybe head goes in opposite direction of the knees a few times. Let's come into a nice deep twist to end practice off. Feet to the center, lift up the hips, send them over towards the left side. Cross that left ankle on right thigh. Figure 4 with the legs, but a nice deep open twist by moving the hips first. I always like to pull this left thigh down and look over the left shoulder. If it's too deep, uncross your legs. Take full deep breaths into the belly. Release your practice. Invite back the feeling of being balanced. Unwind your twist. Back around to the center, uncross and pick up your hips, send them way over towards that right side. Right ankle and left thigh, same twist, opposite side. Again, if it's too deep, uncross your legs. I'm gonna pull that right thigh down. Relax your hands. Full deep breaths, really, really long exhalations. Enjoy one last breath. And we're going to unwind the twist, coming back towards center. If there's any last little movements you want to get in before Shavasana, you're more than welcome to get them in here. When you're ready, we're going to lengthen both legs. Bring the arms down by the sides, palms facing up. Feet out as wide as the mat or a little wider. Tuck your chin a little bit. We're going to rest together for a few minutes in Shavasana today. Out of all the online classes I've been kind of participating in, my favorite is when we end with Shavasana together, because I'll be honest, sometimes I skip it if they don't make me do it. So let's do it together. Take one last full deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh out, release, let go. Invite that feeling of balance back into the body. Release the control on your breath. Be still. Let the world around you do whatever it's going to do, and you find contentment within the stillness of your body and your mind. Slow down, release, relax together. You're right where you're supposed to be. start to take deeper breaths. Drawing a little energy into the body as you breathe. Gently rock your head from side to side. Oh, this is one of the things I've been missing. That ease of the head rocking from side to side as you feel the heat from the hot room. Hopefully we're there soon, but for now, just imagine it. The body is so warm from practice. And gently bring the movement into the fingers and toes. We'll reach the arms up overhead, full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, knees in towards the chest, give them a nice big squeeze. Find those couple little comforting rocks from side to side. And let's roll over to one side, use your arm as a pillow. Close your eyes back down, breathe into your shoulder blades. Just landing for, just land. Just land and breathe. And then pushing up to a comfortable seated position. Let's end with hands at heart center. Long spine, press the palms into one another, finding a balance between pushing right into left and left into right. Find a balance from drawing, relaxing the sits bones into the floor, but still with some effort, growing through the crown of the head. Take a few balanced, easy breaths in and out through the nose. Such a pleasure and an honor to lead you through practice, no matter where it is, over the computer or in person. Thank you so much for tuning in and moving with me. Please comment anytime, anywhere on any platform, and have a beautiful evening. Namaste.